Good morning. Happy Halloween. Today is October the 31st. It's probably about 8 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. I'm here today to recap. Welcome to Obachanchatter. I'm here to recap The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 5, Episode 7. This one is called The Huzzbands. Okay, we pick up where we left off. That's John and Justin arguing about to fight one another, and Whitney says that it was Lisa who excited the argument, the fight between the husbands because Whitney says Lisa shouldn't have went over there and said nothing to her husband, which is true. So, I don't know. I'm still back on the when Lisa was at the table screaming at Whitney with that, shut the fuck up about this. Nah, baby, that wasn't going to be me. We'd we'd have had Angie Party lit. I mean, Angie Party already lit, but it's been lit the fuck up with that. Nah, baby. Mm-mm. So anyway, the party over. Whitney and Justin leave first, and Lisa's still in there at the party, acting like she a victim. But before I go there, let me do this with Mary. They just out of control and they're so loud in Angie's house. And Angie said, if I was renting a hall somewhere and having this party, y'all could do that shit. But this is my house. We're not about to have that. And plus, her daughter is in there. So anyway, she gets everybody to pipe down for just a little bit. It don't last too long because Mary's going to say a prayer and she blesses. She prays for Angie and her husband and her daughter and their home and their peace. She said a nice prayer. It was real, real nice. And she and Mary insisted that Lisa and Whitney hold hands, and that shit was funny because they held hands, but they was don't tell lies on me, but don't say lies on me. Then don't they? I was like, oh my god, but they held hands, so it kind of piped down for a little bit, and then John and Justin got started back up again. So it's like everybody was having a little bit of arguments all over the place. Well, anyway, Whitney and her husband finally left the party, and I wanted to say this too before I get off of that. Mary and Angie K's relationship, I really, really love it. They look like they really are real friends that care about each other. At least I hope that's what it is. So, Lisa's in the party still. She can't be my friend. She's gonna have to beg me to look at her again. I will never forgive her for saying this because you know how they do. So it's the next day, and John and Lisa in the house, and John is saying that he was surprised at Justin's behavior. He's never seen him look that angry. And then Whitney was saying the same thing about John when she was talking to her husband, because at Whitney's house, Justin is standing up at the counter pouring out all that tequila that Lisa and John give them. He was like, "We don't want this shit in our house. If they can't support me, we won't be supporting them." So I mean, he pouring new bottles of shit down the drain. So I'm like, wow. So Justin said the same thing. I ain't never seen John act like this. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, John wound up sending Justin a text to meet because the husbands, even when the women going off about shit, the men always stay, they stay kumbaya. Even Heather said that this was upsetting her that the men were fighting at the party. So anyway, we moved from there to uh who meets with who? I done lost my whole paper, y'all. Hold on, give me just a second. Oh, it's on this side. Okay. Okay, so we see Lisa is meeting with her sister. I think her name Deborah or something. She said all together, her mother had 6 kids, and she's close to that sister because she stayed in Utah or was in Utah with her together. So they're having lunch together, and Lisa is telling them how upset she was that Henry been kind of lost since his brother been gone on that mission. That the oldest one, Jack, used to always take Henry with him and his friends when he go, and now that Jack gone, Henry feel like he kind of lost. So she said he had a birthday party and nobody came, but nobody came because you sent out invitations at the last minute, and it sounded like the kids already had another party. So Lisa said she felt bad for him, and I do too. We always feel bad for our kids when they're not happy. And so, but I'm gonna tell you this though, on the sidebar, I'm really sick of Lisa with this. I'm a bad mom. I think that's fucking with her because you can tell me I'm a bad mother. If you ain't one of my kids telling me that shit, I'm not going to believe you because I'm not your mother. I'm their mother. You know what I mean? And her kids, it's all something that Angie said. Her kids never said nothing to her. We never heard Jack say nothing about her mother. We never say Henry. We know boys like to eat to-go food. Lisa don't like to cook. That's what her family is used to. If she stay up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, she can do that. But she don't have the. She has a son, but he's not as demanding, and he's a boy, not a girl. So that you know how Lisa is, prissy and shit. Don't no boys want to do that. So Lisa need to get over her own hangups. And you say I'm a bad mother. Are you? Even I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Even my damn kids tell me I'm a bad mother. I don't believe them. And you know why I don't believe them? Because I have mothered them the best way that I knew how. And if that didn't please them, then I did the best I could. And the best I could is that I sacrificed things that I needed for me for them. I'm always there. I can keep you roof over your head, not just any roof, clothes on your back, not just any clothes, food in your mouth, not just any food. You know what I mean? So whatever the hell. So she talking to her sister, and she was like, "Oh my God, she just wish she didn't have called me a bad mom." And she also said something about Whitney jury. Whitney just mad that everybody done found out that her jewelry come from Alabama. We got Whitney and Browyn and Angie going on a walk, and of course while they walking, they talking about Lisa and Lisa's behavior. And Browyn said, "Y'all saying this shit about Lisa, but I ain't never seen that in her. I'm just saying." So Angie said, "She'll be cool with you till she don't need nothing from you again. And so Browyn was like, "I ain't never seen this about her." She said, with Lisa, this is who she is, and you're gonna get what you get. So Whitney says, "Well, I think that Lisa's problem with you is she wants what you have." And Brahma said, "I hope that's not true." And I don't think that shit true either, Brahma. I just think Whitney just trying to pull shit out of her ass to have something to say about Lisa. So anyway, uh Brahma told him that she having her 10th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and that she want to take the couples to Thermo. I guess that's somewhere in Utah, and it's gonna be all the men. But she don't know about Heather yet, but she shouldn't invite Heather because Heather ain't got no dude, no way. And she knows she not inviting Brittany. So Browyn is talking to the ladies. So she said she probably gonna have Heather come over and talk with her so they can, because she says she think they more alike than not alike, and I think that could possibly be true. So we go to Brittany's house, her crazy ass, and she having the Bible study. And she invited all the ladies, and I think Angie came, and she did come with a bottle of wine, and she was like, and then Brittany was like, "Don't you know she can't bring wine? We Mormons don't bring wine." Angie said, I see you drinking it, so you might not drinking at this Bible study, but you be sucking it down when we out together. So, girl, just take your housewarming gift and go." And I like that Angie do that. Whenever she comes to somebody's house, she always bringing something with her. So anyway, they sang a song, a hymn, and she said this Bible study is in memory of her mom, or Mormon study, whatever you call it. So I like that chess set she got sitting on her table. Brittany on her table. She got a nice little spot. So anyway, her father talks about her mom, and they were married for 56 years. And I see what Brittany's problem is. Brittany's parents met, dated for 6 days, and 3 months later, and that 6 days, and I think they got married, been married for 56 years, and that's the kind of love she wants. But her parents been married for a long time, so a lot of nieces. Brittany got a lot of nieces in there in that Bible study. So anyway, after the Bible study, had to tell the ladies that Browyn invited her over, and she said she needed to invite her over because Browyn been an asshole, and she was like, so Heather says that Brahmy to her is slimy as fuck, 'cause she shouldn't have went back and told Lisa nothing that she said, nothing that Angie had said. So Angie said, "Well, it's the way that you told her." And she said, "How did I tell her? I told Lisa the way I heard it." And Angie's like, "Well, I don't really know what to say." She said, So Angie let us know that it don't matter. Heather just always been one. She known Heather since she was 15 years old. And she said Heather always wanted to be the girl to sit with the cool girls, and she'll do anything to do that. And I guess they think out of the group that Lisa is the coolest. I don't think Lisa is the coolest. Hell, I don't think none of them that cool. So she said, so they, Angie K and Heather still talking. And she said, I've known you to support your friends even when they're wrong. And Heather's like, when was I wrong? She said, Jen. And she ain't like that shit. She didn't like it at all. Heather didn't like it, so to speak. So John and Justin meet and they agree to disagree. But John wants Justin to give Lisa an apology. And Justin, like, I don't know how to think of that. Fuck, I gotta apologize to her for. What I do that I gotta apologize to her for. I don't get it. So I guess they're gonna agree to disagree, but I'm so glad. I'm so tired of them saying smashed potatoes. I'm so glad the fuck that they just go ahead and eat them because I want to know what they is. I want to taste some. But I don't know why the producers took all that time watching Justin Park. I didn't get that. I think it was a Range Rover he was parking, but I don't know why they showed it as long as they did. Like he don't know how to drive. So Brittany and Heather they meet up. Brittany stopped by Heather's spot, I believe, and they talking, having coffee or whatever. And Brittany tell her, and Heather tells, and she said, "Well, what do you think about last night?" And Brittany's so full of herself, she thinking that Heather's mentioning her having two men at Angie K anniversary party. That's not what she's talking about. She's talking about the fight between John and Justin. She's like, oh. But she quickly want to talk about her love story. So Angie just say, Heather just pretty much tell her, you confused me because you is looking like a fucking cuckoo over here. Because you tell us that you love John, then you don't love you love Jared, and Jared love you, but he really don't love you. He say he love you, but he don't want to commit, and then he act right, and then you catch him doing something, holding somebody's hand, or dropping your hand to look at to catch somebody else's attention, or calling somebody, girl. So anyway, Heather just tell her you confused me, and because I don't understand what you're doing. And Brittany said, you insulting me. You making me feel bad. And Heather said, I ain't trying to make you feel bad, but what I'm trying to tell you, ho, what she said tells us, put the man dick down, girl, and get yourself together. That love that you trying to find, it ain't out there. It's in here. The love I never had. Can't nobody give you the love you ain't never had but yourself. You don't know that? I had to learn that. You got to love yourself first. And then you is man hungry. Why are you so afraid to be by yourself? Even when the periods where you say you break up with Jared, you go out with three different men, you swiping 10,000 people. You do not like who you are. And then you say you lonely. Fix your relationship. You're so busy trying to find a man. What you got to find a man, then fix the thing for your kids? Girl, I'm done with her. I don't want her going to trip neither. She don't need to go to Durham or whatever. Keep your ass home. So anyway, this where it get funny now. Heather and Browyn proudly gets to Heather's house. And Heather talk cash shit about Browyn house. First of all, because it's shit all over the floor. I would not, and Heather say shit like she should have had the pooper scooper people come over first. And her place is like the Pound Puppy Palace because and it is dry shit on the floor. Ain't no way I'm inviting somebody over my house and show them the tour of my house, and I got dog piss and shit all over the floor, poop. I'm not going to do that. I don't even know. I want to know what even her house. I don't even want to know how her house smell like. So anyway, Heather looking all around and shit, talking about I'm trying to make eye contact, but I need to be looking on the floor so I don't stepping some shit on my shoes. So they get to sitting down talking and the dog all around the plate. I don't think Heather really liked dogs that much, and Browyn got about six of them. And then what the fuck is Browyn got hanging from her ears? Girl, you just be doing too much. I read you met at the door with a fucking frog suit on or the shark suit. I ain't lying because y'all know that's what she said. Since her husband, John, I think her husband named John too, he got to fly to New York 3, 4 times a week. and she picks him up in costumes, and they show all different costumes. She's been a panda, a chicken, a shark, uh, uh, a pickle, a hot dog, a pig, duck, just all kinds of shit. I was like, girl, where you keep all them costumes at? I know Halloween is the bomb around your house today. And nobody got to buy shit. They just got to come around Browyn house and look at her closet and get something. Girl, where you keep all that shit at? And then she was showing Heather around her house, and she said the room was supposed to be hot pink, but it came out to be pale pink, and that it was fine. And then her husband collects Starbucks coffee mugs from all over the world, and she got boxes and boxes of them. And now her daughter does the little cappuccino cups and stuff. A bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit to me. And then what's them tables that stacked up behind Heather? The red, green, and red. They look like it might be Christmas, but it's not, because if you look where Heather and her sitting down, the tables is a black one on this side and I think a blue one on this side. I don't know what the hell she got in her house, but apparently it's obviously very whimsical. I also laughed a whole lot when Lisa said that Justin looked like he belonged on Whoville, but I mean that Justin like he a character from Whoville. But shit, so do John to me. So does her husband. Her husband look like one of them Dr. Seuss characters to me too. So what else did I have to say about them? So anyway, I didn't say Heather and Heather got up and left. She was like, man, you full of shit. Both of them. Browyn was like, listen, I'm apologize so we can move forward. And you did some shit and it wasn't cool. And you said I did some shit that was kind of messy. And Heather's like, kind of messy. She said, okay, you want me to say messy? It was messy, Heather. She said, but I don't hear Browyn told Heather, but I don't see you saying nothing about the shit you did. And Heather was like, cause I didn't even think I really did nothing. So she was like, I thought you brought me over here to apologize. She said, I invited you over here so we can all get to know each other a little bit better, because I think we just got off the wrong thing. And she was like, well, she says, so what you call me over here for if you didn't call me over here to apologize? And Browyn said, well, to tell you the truth, I'm having a trip. And, I wanted to see how this went with us. So Heather was like, having a trip? Bitch, I'm an OG. You test driving to see if I can get an invite? Girl, bye. So she got up and she left. And when she left, she talked shit. She said her house looked shitty, smelled shitty, had shit all over the floor, and that she just don't like Browyn. She thinks she's a sack of shit. So she won't be going on the trip, but they showed the previews for next week. I mean, Real Housewives got so much shit going on, I can't even take the notes fast enough. And then next week look even crazier because Browyn is sending a couple home from out of their little road trip or whatever. So I'm like, what? So anyway, you could have been anywhere, and I can't believe I did this under 17 minutes, but I'm glad that I did. Um, Brahma still doing her thing. Heather getting called to the carpet. Heather, you're an asshole. You want to be part of the cool gang, and then you slick say little rude shit up under your breath. You know what I mean? You be saying little shit like how you try to sit down Browyn Cox and say, I thought you didn't like me. Why don't you tell Browyn the truth about how you feel about her? You don't really care that much for her either. I mean, I guess you know that now by the end of the conversation. But listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all no more on this. It's trick or treating. I'm ready to go find me a mask to put on and get this candy popping for these kids and do the right thing. It's a beautiful fall day. That's why I'm wearing this black and white lumberjacky looking robe, because it's a beautiful fall day. You see the leaves is rolling around on the ground with all the noise and the rushing. I'm just so excited. So you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me. But I'll probably be back later on today because I need to do the recap, the villains, season 2. I think it's episode 4. I have to do. Okay, so listen, I love you, and you could have been anywhere, and I'm glad you was here with me. Bye now.